We will call the Common Council back to order. I will ask our clerk to call the roll to, again, determine a quorum.
Alderperson May.
Here.
Probst.
Here.
Reinke. Here. Rote.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
Chapletsky.
Here.
Haas.
Here.
Lysick.
Here.
8 present, 2 excused.
We have a quorum. We will start with the Administration and Finance Committee. Alderman Haas.
Mayor Devine. I'm dropping stuff. I'm okay though.
Keep it together. Don't get excited.
Mayor Devine, the Administration and Finance Committee met and gave the following recommendations to adopt. Item 10, approve items 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, and 21. Approve and place on file items 17, 18, 19. Hold items 15 and 16, and place on file items 23 through 28. All the votes were in unanimous fashion, and I move for approval.
Second.
There is a motion with a second by Alderman May. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye. Aye. Sorry.
Right.
Reinke.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have Public Works Committee. Alderman Weigel.
On the 18th.
Mayor Devine and members of the Common Council, the Public Works Committee met during recess, and here's our report. Items 29 through 35 are resolutions, all acted on favorably, a vote of 4-1 with Alderman Barzak being excused. Items number 36 through 39 were communications that were approved and placed on file. They were all acted on the same way, 4-1, Alderman Barzak being excused. And item number 40 was a communication which was held 4-1. That's our report. I move acceptance of it.
Second.
There is a motion with a second by Alderman May. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst. Reinke.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky. Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries. Okay.
That's the way I marked it.
All right.
Doesn't matter what I say, it's probably right.
Perfect. Thank you. Next, we have Alderman Lysick, Safety and Development Committee. I did not shift you.
I refer you to items 41 through 49 and 51 through 55 on your agenda. Various communications, resolutions, and ordinances, all acted upon favorably by all 4 members of the committee present. I move for adoption of the committee report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second by Alderman Reinke. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye.
Reinke.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries.
That's all, Mayor Devine.
Thank you very much. Next, we have License and Health Committee, Alderman Chapletsky.
Mayor Devine. Separate. They should do this. All these.
First, I'd like to report on item number 56. This is an ordinance in tonight's agenda. It was voted in favor by 4 members, 1 member excused. I'd like to move for adoption of this portion of the committee report.
Second.
There is a motion with a second by Alderman Reinke. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye.
Ranky.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries.
Then we have item 57, another ordinance voted for approval by 4 members, with 1 member being excused. I'd like to move for the adoption of this portion. Committee's report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second by Alderman Weigel. Any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye.
Ranky.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries.
Then we have item number 58. This is a resolution for the variance for motor castings. Voted once again in favor by 4 members, with 1 member excused. I'd like to adopt this portion of the committee's report.
Second.
There's a motion and a second by Alderman Reinke. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye.
Ranky.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries.
Then we have items number 59 through 74. That includes 64A and B, 78, 81, 83 through 87, 89, 90, and 92 through 96. These are voted either to approve, subject to necessary requirements, or to place on file by 4 members of the committee with 1 member excused. I'd like to move for the adoption of this portion of the committee's report.
Second.
Motion and a second by Alderman Reinke. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Then we have items number 88, 97, and 99 on tonight's agenda. This was, 97 was approval subject to necessary requirements, 99 place on file, and number 88 to place on file by 3 members of the committee, with 1 member voting present and 1 member excused. I'd like to move for the adoption of this portion of the committee's report.
Second.
There's a motion with a second by Alderman Probst. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye.
Ranky.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Present.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
7 in favor, none opposed, 1 present.
Motion carries.
Then we have item number 77. This is coming from the committee with no recommendation, 2 members voting in favor, 2 members voting against, and 1 member excused. I'd like to
77.
move for adoption of this portion of the committee's report.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second by Alderman Lysick. Is there any discussion?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman May.
sounds like there was a bit of a debate on this one. What was the debate?
He filled out, well, he didn't fill out everything on his report. And so some people felt that because he didn't fill out properly, that he shouldn't be able to get the license. I personally didn't think he did it purposely, and voted in favor of it.
Mayor Devine? I think I still have the floor. I just want
No,
to double
you have
check.
it.
Thank you. Regarding the issues that were not filled in on there, what was the severity of them? I mean, I understand we have this form and it says if you don't fill it out completely, you may be denied. It doesn't mean we have to deny them because they didn't fill it out completely. What-
Mayor Devine, I have that in front of me if I.
I
that would
got it
help.
here, too.
Okay.
It was a possession and of drug paraphernalia back in 1996, and also an OWI in 98. Those are the 2 that he didn't put on there.
And how does the rest of the record look?
Operating while suspended, and 209, 210, and then there was one that had no prosecution, 210.
Thank you, Mayor.
Any other,
Mayor Devine, if I could?
you may?
I also told the applicant that that if he had filled out his form and completely inaccurately, I would likely vote in the affirmative. So we're not precluding him from getting a license in this community. We're just saying that when you apply for a license and you sign the affidavit below saying that it's complete and accurate, that you're bound by those terms. He currently does not have a driver's license. He said he took the bus here. He's got a suspended driver's license. What was the offense he put on? Did he put on driving after revocation, or did he put on expired plates?
Expired plates.
The one thing he put on was expired plates. He left off possession, battery, domestic violence, that was a no prosecution, and his OWI, and 2 operating after suspended. The one thing he remembered was expired plates.
Any other discussion? Okay, we had a motion. Did we have a second?
Yes.
We did have a second. Okay.
We have a motion?
Motion to approve or deny?
Wait,
It
well, I
would
just,
be,
the committee's report. There is no motion, there is
so
no
that's a
recommendation
negative.
from the committee.
A tie is a negative.
Chad.
So that,
I'm going to renew I did make a motion for denial based on incomplete or inaccurate application, I believe. Was that
my understanding of 2-2,
I'm making that motion now.
A 2-2 is a negative, correct?
you know, it's,
There's no recommendation from committee, so some alderman now needs to make.
Anybody can make a motion.
Motion to
I'm
either
making-
approve or
yeah,
deny.
I'm making a motion to deny based on an inaccurate application.
Okay.
And I'll second that.
Okay, there's a motion to deny by Alderman Weigel and seconded by Alderman Haas. Is there any discussion on the motion to deny? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
No.
Probst.
Pardon me? We are, I want to make sure I'm voting correctly.
To deny.
The motion
To
is
deny.
deny.
Yeah,
So if I say aye,
deny.
I'm denying.
It is denying.
correct? Okay, aye. Wanted to make sure.
Ranky.
Aye.
Rote.
No.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
no.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
No.
4 in favor, 4 opposed.
Mayor votes aye.
5 in favor, 4 opposed.
Motion carries.
Then we have item number 80 on tonight's agenda. This was voted to deny by 3 members of the committee, with 1 member voting no and 1 member excused. I'd like to move for the final part of the committee's report.
Second.
There is a motion and a second by Alderman Weigel. Is there any discussion? Is this a voice vote?
No, it's got to
Okay.
be a vote.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye.
Ranky.
Aye.
Rote.
No.
Weigel.
I'm sorry, was this for approval or denial?
Denial.
Oh, aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
7 in favor, 1 opposed.
Motion carries.
That is all?
That's all? Okay. Advisory Committee, Alderman Reinke.
Mayor Devine. I direct the council's attention to items number 101 and 102 on tonight's agenda. 1 appointment and 1 reappointment, approved by 4 members of the committee, Alderman Vitale being excused. I move for their approval, Mayor Devine.
Second?
There is a motion and a second by Alderman May. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson May.
Aye.
Probst.
Aye.
Ranky.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky. Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries.
That is all, Mayor Devine.
Thank you very much. Concludes our agenda this evening.
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move that we adjourn until Monday, August 18th at 6 PM.
Second.
There is a motion with a second by Alderman Reinke. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.